discipline, productivity, consistency. These are all words that can be extremely overwhelming, but they don't actually have to be overwhelming, because if you just take it one day at a time and just focus on what you need to do today or tomorrow, that's all. You don't need to look further than that. You don't need to think further than that on a daily basis, that is. Of course, you still have to have your big plan, your big goal that you are working towards, but actually thinking about the task that you need to do today. That is what is going to get you to tomorrow. And tomorrow you can again think about what you need to do tomorrow. That's it. You don't need to think about what you need to do 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. If you are like me, that can feel extremely overwhelming. So today I'm just going to be sharing with you some of the things that have been helping me on a daily basis, just to help me to achieve the things that I set out to achieve at the beginning of each day. Because I know once I master that, once I master what I do every single day, that is automatically going to take me to the big picture. That is what is actually going to take me to that big goal that I have for myself. So let's get into it. Let's talk about these things that I've been doing during this month of January that has been helping me to stay consistent, to stay disciplined, to stay productive, to stay focused, and all of those things, which is why I was able to achieve all the goals that I had for myself during the month of January. It's so hot in here. It's extremely hot, and I've switched off the aircon, I've switched off the fan because I don't want it to make noise. But anyway, we're going to go on. So the first thing that has been really helping me a lot, and I've spoken about this in the past few videos that I've done this year actually, is the fact that planning has been a big thing for me this year. And I know sometimes when we talk about planning, you can actually think that it's this big thing that you actually don't even know where to begin. But for me, what has been really helping me is that I plan my day. I plan my day from the time I wake up in the morning till the time I stop working in the evening. Simplify your plan. Just simplify your plan. Don't think of this big thing that, you know, you have to plan ahead. You have to plan 6 months ahead. You have to plan a year ahead. I'm not saying don't do that. If you know how to do that, then go ahead and do it. But for me, I've never really been that good at planning that far ahead. So I've just decided I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to focus on the here and now. I'm going to focus on today. I'm going to focus on what is it that I can do today that is going to move me closer towards achieving the goals that I have for myself. That's the thing that has been a lifesaver for me. Literally in the morning, I sit down, I write down the things that I want to achieve on that day. And I make sure that the things that I put on my daily plan are actually things that are going to move me closer towards achieving my goals. So for me, short-term planning, simplifying my plan, that has just been the thing that has been helping me the most this year. So simplify your plan as far as possible. Make it simple things that are attainable on a daily basis, that you know that you can be able to achieve on that day. Make sure that it's not complicated, because if it's complicated to you, it's really going to be difficult for you to even be able to execute that plan. So simplify it as far as possible. If you can only plan a week ahead, not like 3 months ahead, 6 months ahead, then do that. Do what works for you. Do what makes you feel like you are able to execute the things that you want to execute, and you are able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, you have to have a plan that works for you. All right, the next thing that has helped me a lot in achieving a lot of the goals that I had for myself in January was that I was able to stay focused. I was able to remain focused and execute the plan that I had, the plan that I spoke about. So what has been helping me to stay focused is the fact that I know my distractions. I know the things that tend to distract me, tend to derail me from my plan, and that is my phone. And for me, it doesn't matter if my phone is next to me, or if it's upstairs, or if it's in the car, or wherever. It really doesn't matter. I'm still gonna think of my phone. I'm still gonna think of checking my messages. Even if I leave my phone upstairs, I'm just gonna keep thinking about it up until I go upstairs and get my phone and stop working. So the one thing that has been helping me is I literally have an app on my phone. The app is literally called Stay Focused. So that's the app that I've been using that has been helping me to stay focused. With this app, you can literally lock your phone. All you do is you just set the time, or the time that you want to be focused. If you want to work maybe without any distractions for 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, you literally do that. You do that as if you are setting an alarm. You just put in the time, or the number of hours, the number of minutes, or however many hours or minutes that you want to stay focused. You put in that time, you click start, and then it literally locks your phone. You are still able to receive and make calls, so it's not like you won't be able to deal with an emergency if an emergency comes. But that's all we are able to do. You are able to receive calls, you are able to make calls. Anything else is just locked. You're not able to scroll, you're not able to access any other app up until the time that you set for yourself expires. So that has been very helpful for me, because no matter how much I want to go and check my messages, no matter how much I want to scroll and see what is going on social media, I literally can't. I can't at that time. I have to focus and do what I'm doing up until the time has lapsed. So if you're also struggling with, staying focused, and if your phone is also your big source of distraction, try this app. It's really going to help you, because you won't have a choice. You won't have a choice but to stay focused on the task at hand until you finish it. Then you can go on with your day. The next thing that has been helping me a lot in terms of not feeling overwhelmed, not feeling like these things that I want to achieve, they're just too big for me, they're just too much, it's something that I can't even comprehend myself. What has been helping me is the fact that I don't think about my goals. I know you might think, but this is all about you're achieving your goals and all of that. But no, on a daily basis I don't think about my goals, or whenever I have to do something, whenever I have a task at hand, I don't think about my goals. I don't think about the big picture. I know what I need to do to get to that big picture, so I don't need to think about that big picture on a daily basis. All I need to focus on is the task at hand today. So I don't think about my goals, I don't think about the big picture, I only think about the small picture, which is what I need to do today. So that has been helping me a lot, because when you think about the big picture and everything that you want to achieve, everything that you are working towards, sometimes it can feel overwhelming. Sometimes it can feel like it's just too much. You are just never going to be able to achieve all of those things. You are never going to be able to get to that big picture. So what has been helping me a lot is exactly that. I do not think about my goals on a daily basis. I just think about my tasks that I need to do on a daily basis. That's all that I'm focused on. If I can achieve the tasks that I need to achieve on a daily basis, then automatically I know that that is moving me towards, the bigger picture, that is moving me towards achieving that goal that I have for myself. So don't think about your goals. I know you might think that it's counterproductive. You must think about your goals if you want to achieve your goals. But no, that can actually overwhelm you. So think about the things that you need to do today, or the things that you need to do this week. Just focus on that and get through those things that you need to do today, this week, and then start all over again and have another plan for the following day, have another plan for the following week, just so that you can see progress. Because it's also important to see that you are progressing, to see that you are actually achieving those daily things, those little things that might seem like they are little, but at the end of the day, those are the things that are going to get you to the big picture. All right, speaking about progress, the other thing that has really been helpful for me is to actually do that, to track my progress, to actually assess my performance, whether it's at the end of the day or at the end of the week, to see whether did I do the things that I set out to do, did I achieve the things that I wanted to achieve on that day or on that week, etc. Because when you do that, you are able to really be honest with yourself and ask yourself where there are things that you are not able to do, the things that you are not able to achieve. You can really be honest with yourself and ask yourself, why did I not, achieve these things? Why did I not do these things? And when you are honest with yourself, you can actually identify where you are really, becoming lazy, where you are really not doing what you're supposed to do without any valid reason. Hold yourself accountable, because that's a big thing. You need to hold yourself accountable for, your actions or your non-actions. Don't make excuses for yourself. So the next one is also coming from the previous point, is that once you identify, your shortcomings, once you identify the things that, you could have done better, then do exactly that. Do better. Take it upon yourself that whatever you didn't do well last week, for example, this week you're going to do better. It's not to say that you are striving for perfection, but you are striving for improvement and progress. If, for example, you're able to achieve all the things that you wanted to achieve, also take away from that, learn from that to say, what is it that helped me to achieve all the things that I wanted to achieve? I've had a successful January and I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. And it's not to say that there were no challenges. There were a lot of challenges. There were a lot of times when I didn't feel like, doing the things that I wanted to do, but I had to be honest with myself. I had to hold myself accountable. I had to do better. I had to improve. I had to just push myself, because that's another thing, that you need some level of discipline. You need some level of, being able to just pick yourself up even when you don't feel like, doing certain things. But for you to succeed, you have to have those things. You have to have some level of self-discipline, some, ability to just push yourself even when you don't feel like it. But with that said, you still need some of these things that I've spoken about, just to help you, just to give you that little push, just to give you that, little bit of reinforcement that if you want to focus on this, then, shutting out distractions is really going to assist you, is really going to help you to just stay focused. So those are the things that have really helped me, and I hope some of these things can resonate with you and can actually give you ideas on what you need to do so that you can also be able to keep working towards your goals, because that's the one thing that's going to make sure that you actually do level up, you actually get to live out your dreams and live the life that you actually want to live. Alright, if you did enjoy the video, do give it a thumbs up and also do click the subscribe button. I'd love to have you over. Until next week, bye.